This video was brought to you by Apex Gaming PCs. Hello Spartans, welcome back. In today's video we're going to be talking about Doom once again, or is it? It has finally been confirmed, my friends. Id Software, despite still working hard on Doom Eternal to give us these awesome updates, has just begun, or it is already working on a new game. Could it be Doom, a sequel to the original Quake? Let's talk about that. Now, if you are extremely hyped for all of this, destroy the like and subscribe button right now. They say that if you do that, you'll get shredded like Doom Guy himself. Also, let me know down below in the comment section which game you want this mysterious project to be. Do you want it to be the sequel to Doom Eternal or a sequel to the original Quake? Please let me know down below. Let's get into it. All of this awesome news come from Zenimax itself, the parent company of Bethesda and the parent company of id Software. Zenimax has recently posted a job listing for a senior technical animator working at id Software, and the description confirms that it is to help with the development of a long-running iconic action FPS. Now, that can either mean two things: a sequel to Doom Eternal or a remake slash sequel slash reboot of the original Quake. It doesn't matter which one of them it is. It doesn't matter! You still want the best gaming rig to play those fast as bonkers video games. And well, Apex Gaming PCs and myself have you covered, baby. Click the link down below and check out one of my own PCs. And use code MIDNIGHT for a huge discount. If you support them, then you support my capitalist ass, and I love it.
Hello! I like money.
You might be thinking about Wolfenstein and Rage 2, but those games have been handled to other studios. Machine Games is managing Wolfenstein and Avalanche is working with Rage. id Software is only managing two intellectual properties slash franchises at the moment, that being Quake and Doom. id Software has been developing the reboot of Doom for over 10 years, and I am not saying that franchise fatigue is about to set in. I mean, two new Doom games in just 10 years. That should have been at least 3. Also, this is not Call of Duty. Yet, I think it's time for id Software to shift gears on creating or bringing something different to their fans. I'm not saying that continuing the Doom storyline would be bad per se, and I would be extremely hyped if a new Doom game was to be in development, but I think a reboot slash remake slash sequel of the original Quake is long overdue, my friends. Ever since Doom Eternal was released, the retro shooter community began talking about how a modern take of Quake with Doom Eternal-like mechanics would look like. Earlier this year, a remaster of the original Quake was released, and it was pretty well received by the fans. So, in one side, there's an interest from the consumer on playing a new Quake game, and on the other side, there's interest from the developers on creating something new for Quake. And I think this is a pretty cool conversation to be had. Hugo Martin, which is Doom Eternal's game director, has said multiple times that id Software never makes the same game twice, and that each new game, from a gameplay design standpoint, it's always going to be an upgrade than a downgrade. I say this because a lot of people hold Doom 2016 as the one and only id Software game where they perfected the gameplay loop, and that Doom Eternal is a definitive downgrade from a gameplay standpoint. Of course, if they enjoy Doom 2016 much more than Eternal, that is completely fine, but it doesn't change the fact that they are wrong. The point I'm trying to make is that how in the living hell are id Software going to improve the gameplay design for Doom Eternal on a new game, whether it's Doom or Quake? I think that's basically impossible. Doom is just perfection from a gameplay standpoint. I mean, that's awesome. The community has been discussing about that for the last few days, talking about how the campaign should have co-op, the return of all of the enemies we saw on the game. If the Shambler doesn't come back, I'm going to riot. How it should be a remake or a reboot of the original Quake storyline, add features that were cut from the original game, like the goddamn mid-hook. Did you know Quake had a mid-hook originally? I didn't know about that. Like, the community has all these types of crazy over-the-top ideas for a new Quake game, but there is one thing that is consistent, the one thing that everyone agrees this new Quake game should have, and that is its movement mechanics. The holy grail of id Software games have always been Wolfenstein, Doom, and Quake. Wolfenstein features a more strategy/realistic gameplay design. Doom is all about the violent push-forward combat, and Quake is all about the crazy movement skills you can achieve. So in that regard, if Doom Eternal is a racing car, the Quake remake should be the Millennium Falcon. Also, a little side note, multiplayer. Quake needs to have the original multiplayer. Quake Champions is not a bad game per se, but that game was heavily influenced by Overwatch, and players hate when they get killed by a one-trick type of skill. Everyone in the multiplayer of this new Quake should have the same starting weapon, and add all the Quake-like movement skills to the gameplay design of Doom Eternal. The biggest thing about Quake has always been its movement. That is the skill ceiling. That's what makes the game engaging and fun. I know that a lot of people believe that Quake is dead, a dead franchise that should not be revived, and that id Software is obviously working on the sequel for Doom Eternal. But it doesn't help the fact that a Quake remaster was released earlier this year, that id Software is referencing Ranger on Doom Eternal. Just take a look at this skin of Ranger for the game. The podium behind Ranger, the slipgate, the animations, it even references rocket jumping, a mechanic that was not present in Doom Eternal. And also the fact that Hugh Martin has spoken heavily on the fact that he would like to explore a universe set on cosmic horror/Lovecraftian themes, which is a setting that directly correlates with the original Quake game. Everything that has happened recently all points out in the direction that this new game might be a new Quake. Hell, even the listing for one of the job references a sci-fi fantasy setting, which again, that setting is more aligned to Quake than Doom. But we'll have to wait and see how it goes from now on. Anyways, my friends, thank you so much for watching this video. It's okay, my Spartans, please let me know what do you think about this video down in the comment section. Leave a like if you did, and a dislike if you disliked the video. It is completely fine. If you disliked the video in any way, please let me know down below and leave a dislike, because that gives me constructive criticism on what to improve on my videos, and I like that. Buy my freaking PC lineups. The link is going to be down below, and use code MIDNIGHT for a huge discount. You can basically customize the PC as you want, and it is going to arrive at your door ready to plug and play. That's the best thing about this. These PCs are made specifically to arrive at your door and plug and play. That's basically it. So thank you for Apex Gaming PCs for sponsoring this video. It's okay, my friends, have an awesome Monday, stay safe, stay home, adios, bye.